they came here for a very modest fee, and anyway, I should let you speak. Good, Attila.
Great to be here. Thank you, Luka. It's fantastic to see you again.
Yes,
meet you. And today it's a little bit maybe unconventional presentation or workshop. Actually, normally I need a beamer and I have videos and I explain the technical things, materials, a lot of technologies, and then we sit here 2 hours, 3 hours, and I think no need, yeah? And I think the most important, that's what I learned over the years, is to give you an inspiration, to give you the idea what strings can do, how much better we can play, how much more comfortable we can feel, and how we can improve the character in our playing. We can do so many things, but we are not sensitive to them. And one of my ideas also today to give some inspirations about sound attack control, the richness, what is a focus, what is the core of the sound, yeah? What means a sound is a texture, yeah? It's maybe some grain, what is a clear sound. This all I want to explain, we have to use it. Why have to use it? Because, first of all, each cello is different. Each cello needs some different kind of character of strings, also different kind of tensions, which I will also explain later, what tension means, what we can do with tension. And it needs also to be, for the player, a tool, flexibility. We don't need a sound which is always the same. Yeah? We need differences. We need not always a beautiful sound. Beautiful sound is nothing. We need the character means also sharpness. We need to be able to create our sound. And this is what I was working many, many years with Thomastik and pushing my technicians to the limits to force them to make strings not only sound well, because sound is only a small part, to make them flexible. Flexible to the tension, to the pressure, to the contact point, to the weight, to the speed. Every time we change something like speed, contact point, also the amount of weight we use, every time we should change an aspect in the sound, and we should be able to control it. And this is what I was trying from the technical side, but I want to give you the impressions also today. So, first of all, I wanted to speak also with Luka, like a small interview, talk, how you experienced the sound and our first, trying out, because today, honestly, and I think I didn't make a mistake now because I didn't think about this many years. The first time you addressed me, you sent me a very simple email. You wanted to test strings.
Yes.
Yeah? And I was, who is this? Yeah? And I control every time somebody sends me an email and I have the time to read it, I control who wrote it. Yeah? And then I looked at the videos and was, wow, I need time for you. How was your first impression with the first prototypes I sent to you?
Yeah, I think, I have to say I've learned so much ever since, I had the chance to start working with you, and I think we met for the first time a while ago in redesign. It was already, I think, 2021. Mm-hmm. So, I basically, it was nice to know, how you think about it, because you come from a different perspective. For me, it was always just what feels best or what sounds best, but I didn't really know, how to get to a new level, basically. Once I started getting more into that world with you, I think it just opened my ears to something else, and of course it then makes your playing more inspiring and you feel more inspired. So, and I think constantly, with the different cellos that I've gone through actually since we met also, there were quite a few actually that I had, and going through this process with each cello individually was amazing for me, because each cello is so different. So each cello needs, what fits best.
I learned a lot from this, I have to tell, because with this interaction where you tell me what you have been looking for, and then with the feedbacks I got, critics also, I need critics. Yeah, this also today I need critics. I need somebody to say, oh, I don't like this. Oh, I wanted to have it better. Even when we are happy, yeah, there's always a step we can go in a different direction. And I learned a lot from you with all the feedbacks, also the language, because it's so difficult to put in words what we need.
Yes.
A good sound, The funny thing is when somebody tells me he wants a warm sound, it should be open, focus, brilliant, warm, brilliant. How is possible? It's possible, It's possible because there are different aspects. We can control it with the playing also. It's getting better and better, but it was great to work with you, and it was great for me also to support, because I think the character in our playing is the most important. This is which gives this unique something, the own business character. And this is what I try to understand from your playing. So the first time we worked more intense, then I listened to your videos, I listened to what you told me, and then I try to shape and find. So many products are inspired by you. Really, it's like this. Really, it's a process.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's also such a privilege to have, someone where you can talk to and say what you want, and actually nothing sounds stupid, and everything that I would tell you makes sense to you, even though it feels like it doesn't make sense to me. And then you somehow find a string, and it's exactly what I wanted.
It's a feeling in the end. There are so many different things, but it's a feeling. And the feeling means you should not think about it anymore. You should use it. Thank you. I don't know, we can of course go on, but maybe it's good also that we already start to speak about sound and about a specific instrument. And
yes, this is Jean-Baptiste Lefebvre, made in Amsterdam, 1760. Was a French violin-maker who moved to Cremona and then to Amsterdam, and it's one of my cellos. And this has a history that last year in Cremona, Opal gave me these prototype strings, and I put them on, and I think they are pretty interesting. And these are your products. They are the Evoke, which is a kind of a low tension thing, which I think on an old instrument is nice to have, but I didn't want to change them for a while because I knew you are coming. So now you will have to somehow give an idea how to make this cello even better. And Luka knows my cellos and my bows very well. He's one of the only people on this planet Earth who has played almost all of my bows.
That's true.
Yeah, which is quite many. There's one more because I bought one yesterday. So this is a Malin bow.
Favorite thing.
Like very close to Dominique Pépin style, but it has a Vion frog like your Vorin.
Yes.
So I think you will feel quite comfortable trying this cello, and Attila then can make it better. I mean, Opal is an interesting small producer. I like these kind of niche things, and I always try to keep my ears and my mind open to new products, and I put them on this one. I didn't perform on them because I didn't perform on this cello for a while. But anyway, that's here. Luka, let's hear how it sounds.
When you one second before, just to give you an impression how I am thinking. You play a full set. In some kind we had a history together. So the set with the Infeld was pushed to the direction because you love the D string, the C string, and step by step I go to the direction. You play the full set for your cello also, which suits your cello. I have to tell you, there is not a perfect set. There is not the best sounding cello set. It doesn't exist. It happens that a full set, because each company is working hard to find something very universal, But universal, yeah. There is nothing like this, We have to, this always compromise. Compromise is only the second step, the third row. And to make the sound really exciting, for example, because the cello is dark, and we need some more fire in the sound, we need more structure, we need brilliance, but specific brilliance, means very often we have to mix. And that's what our portfolio has done. It's like a modular system, It's mixed. It happens, a full set can work, but very often I'm mixing. Today I was working on a cello, very nice, maybe a Viennese cello, and every string is from a different brand, Rondo Experience, Eccentric, then Rondo G, At the beginning I have a low tension C string, dominant Pro, and I go for bit Infeld. The cello rings and sounds and flourish now. It's necessary. Sometimes I'm happy and I try to find a set which is really with personality and still able to be used on many instruments, but it's a process. Yeah. Sorry, I have to tell this just to have an impression. I have also to tell I slept the last days very little, so sometimes I miss the word. Universality, I wanted to say. Huh? Okay. Thanks.
It's really nice. I don't think I've tried this.
You tried it for 1 minute once because we were mostly playing this.
Yes.
But these Italian cellos, but
no, but it's really.
It sounds good in the whole. You see,
yeah,
the overtones are good.
Actually, very often people, of course, standard Larsen and Spyrocore. Yeah. What is the bad thing about? We are limited, not because the strings are bad, but very often they are too down. D string, the A string is too sharp or too narrow. We have many issues, and like very much your choice. The strings are really nice. They have character. They have a lot of brilliance. They have a quite nice edge, and the cello is more on the brilliant side, but it gives still a very nice texture. It's not a clean sound. We need texture very often, because texture is also the instruction, the sound is projection. This is something we can use to change the color during playing also. So I like it a lot. In my opinion, I would like to gain more of the mid-range, more of the bass, more depth, not really darker, but sometimes wider and more generous. Yeah, and I don't know the tension of this string. I don't know, but I think it's
medium
18.4, 18.5. But I remember if it's exactly the string I know.
Yeah, I think it's the prototype.
Yeah, but I think they're producing now.
Maybe they're producing, but anyway, they gave it to me, and I think maybe if you try another A string, maybe first.
Yeah, I want to change the full set now to give a completely new impression. But what will happen now? The upper strings are quite direct. Yeah, we have a more sharper edge, and it's on the brilliant side. The lower strings, you told, they are flexible, they're round. Also, the construction of the strings is very unique because they are like rubber. Yeah, they are semi-soft. That means we have a lot of orbital movement of the string. It's round. It has a little bit metallic veil, which we don't hear so much now because the strings are already old, I think. But normally days is more prominent. I want to hear much more differences in the playing. It's still one sound. I wanted to give the sound coming more close to you. I wanted to reduce the tension. First of all on the A string, just to see what happens. And I want to reduce it, I think about 600 grams, because I'm not so sure about the tension now, but I think it's about this. What will happen? The less tension we do on the instrument, especially on the A string, D string, the more overtones we are achieving. It's more open sound, it's more ringing sound, we have more light in the sound. What is of course changing? We are getting broader. Yeah? So we have to find a balance between not too broad, still a good dense core, focus, and resonance. The lower strings, I want to have a different character. Still I wanted to give them more edge and more direction. And for me at the moment they're getting too much to the sides. I want to give them more, what to say.
Just to tell you that Wolfram's Spyrocore on this cello lower strings is not an ideal.
No, because it's too noisy also.
Yeah.
It's too noisy and the metallic content is too high.
Yeah.
This cello is enhancing this, for sure. Yeah. Very often when I have a cello which has a very, how to say, muffled sound, and sound like I call it like a behind the curtain, it's important to give this metallic content and also maybe some nasal qualities. We don't hear the nasality anymore because the nasality is getting part of the center sound. Let's try here our newest product,
Yes.
And still I don't think it's the end of the journey. It's just one step. I wanted to make you understand, what happens.
And while you do it, Luka, there's this cello that you know, that you have played for 3 days in Italy, because if Davide Coetzee is here, Here is Davide Coetzee. Welcome. A violin maker that I love very much, and he is from Italy, and he made this cello. And when Davide was making all these changes to your Guarneri, you used this cello for a few days, and now one of students of Academy, Alexander Traxman, is playing on it since 2 days. You bought it. I know you got it 2 days ago, but then he played in the Capobandy thing with the orchestra. Shostakovich concerto sounded very good. But there are the strings which Davide happened to have in his laboratory at that time. Whatever he had, maybe there's maybe even Larsen, a string, and so on. So try because you remember this cello.
Yes.
We did a little recording playing Davide's cellos with Flora. Where is Flora? Yeah, Flora has also a Davide's cello, and I was playing my Davide cello, and you played this one.
Yes.
So try meanwhile when you are.
Because the problem may be when I now change, we have to remember what we heard.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not so good to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. It's
only because
play two notes and we remember.
I think it's important everybody really knows the steps because they're different. Yeah. The beat time it's like.
I was trying to be efficient.
Different pattern.
Yeah.
I am fast. Don't worry. So here, I think we have our most flexible strings with the lowest tension on the A and still the most holistic sound. To shape the sound, notice is much more easy.
Not so fast. It's like Formula 1 changing the tires.
Yes.
Well, 5 seconds and it's all changed. Yeah.
Depends also from the cello sometimes how fast I am. Yeah. How good I see the holes here.
Yeah.
I think we saw some of them during your lifetime.
Yes.
But this cello is really in incredible condition, and you can see that it's even the pegs and everything is perfect.
It's a beautiful instrument, and actually it's a little bit uncommon now because the cello is on the brilliant side.
Yeah.
Actually, everybody would say we go to a more mellow, warmer, deeper sound, Peter Infeld, for example. But we will lose the sparking something, yeah?
Yeah.
We cannot get against the instrument also, yeah? And here you will notice we will have a much smoother, warmer core, but still a lot of brilliance and much more openness. I'm promising a lot of things now, huh?
Then we need to check the bridge also.
I will do, no problem.
Doesn't get too much. You are so fast, it's unbelievable.
Not in everything, don't worry.
So it's all evoke.
No, eccentric.
Eccentric.
Eccentric, yeah. Full set of eccentric.
Yeah.
Well,
I love that D string that we tried to
we tried before. Yes. It's very open, very unique color, and the sensitivity for vibrato on the left hand is much higher than all our other products, even higher than Peter Infeld.
When Luka changed the strings or something in her cello, she always asked Davide or me to help. We are Luka's slaves.
No, I can do it, but I made sure that when I was in Italy, I asked Davide to change my full set. So that I don't have to.
And I can tune the
less stress
and straighten the bridge.
Yes, when I came here 2 weeks ago, I made sure you checked everything.
But it's so much fun to deal with instruments and like try to make some sense out of it. It's the knowledge you build through this is like part of our profession, really important part of that we are not zombies in this. Oh, it's very resonant.
Yeah, much less tension. Also the D string, little tension. Most responding string, fastest responding string. So the attack is not like rondo, for example. Rondo is more, how to say, like this, yeah? It's clean, it's focused, it's maybe deep sound also, with time it's getting more brilliant, but the response is always a little bit like velvet, yeah? It's never like this, never direct. Here it's completely direct, like a bell, like.
Nice.
increase the tension on the A string now a
Yes.
little bit,
Yeah.
to give it for the D a little bit more of core, more depth. Now it's a little bit too open.
Yeah.
Even, yeah? I would like to canalize it a little bit. Yeah? Give it a channel sound.
Yeah.
So it's here. One second.
But it definitely is a very interesting product, it is, because I didn't know about this, because I couldn't come to Cremona because I was playing concerts in those days.
That's why I'm here.
And
Let's see. No, it's the wrong one. But here.
but I love that also the edge in
Yes.
the sound.
Yes, the edge is the characteristic of the strings. And the
Yeah.
playing thing, normally, okay, we need more quietness and patience for this. The impact of vibrato is much stronger here. So even you do less vibrato, you hear it more. Yeah. So now this is the new evoke. Now this replaced.
Ah,
Yeah.
that you are talking about.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more tension than
Yes.
the previous.
Yes.
And you said that the machines now make it really
Yes, since last
very
week.
even quality.
Yes. That since last week is perfect. It's the most stable A string we have, I think. So let's see what happens. When I change the string, I always keep it loose. I always try to keep tension here. When I put it here, wind it, then in the end, as long as I put tension, there is less tension in the end that it cannot rip anymore. Yeah, I keep it. Yeah, because when there is this light or too loose end here, there is a moment where it stretch too much, and then it can break more easily. Do you understand? Okay. I try to keep in tension when I put a new string. When I put it loose, there is a moment where it stuck here, and I have much more, how to say, tension putting in a tune. And then here, it is much more, how to say, risk to break it. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, there's more like this.
Yes, that's different. Very different.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's more focused now.
What happens with the other strings? What do you notice?
Fits, I think. Yeah, it's very comfortable and it's.
Yeah, I would say that depending on the repertoire, though, that if I would play, let's say, arpeggione, I would put the
The other one, yeah.
Yeah, but if I would play Dvořák, definitely this one.
Yeah,
Or Elgar, definitely this one.
yes,
What do you think?
definitely. Yeah,
Like
I
the
think
beginning of Elgar. This is a fantastic cello to play the Don Quixote. I played it 2 times with this one because this sound is like
I have to try.
when there's a big. Okay, try. Because orchestra because you blend too much. Like
true.
the this one, it's very difficult to play on like a Guarneri or Testore or something like that after the big tutti.
Yes, that's true. That's that. How is your impression actually? It is improvement. This is an improvement for you. Do you hear? Because now we change, we take away a little bit of this resonance, but we give it a channel. Yeah, we give it more, how to say it, compact and density, and of course also a little bit more deeper quality on the lower strings. Yeah. Focus and still this resonance in the sound. Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
and I was just feeling that since Davide is here, he's a violin maker living today. I mean, Lefebvre died probably like 200 years ago. Guarneri died a long time ago, but Davide is here. He was alive at least 20 seconds ago. Yeah,
20 seconds ago.
And it's a special thing to have a violin maker that is alive, and you don't need a certificate from Charles Bier, who actually is dead now. But anyway, you save a lot of money, and you can you know this cello.
Yes.
Play some notes on this cello, maybe, because there's nothing has been done on this cello so far, because it's those strings, whatever Davide found in his laboratory.
It's really comfortable to play. It's super easy to play also.
Yes, and there's a soul in the cello. But I think Attila is looking at the Larsen A string.
I have no problem. Before I work with Thomastik, I work also with Larsen. I learned a lot from them. Yeah? I just think that we have to go another steps. Yeah, we have to give more possibilities. When everybody sounds like Larsen, we are not artists. Yeah, everybody should find his own sound. And I think with our newest strings, we have much more possibilities. Also, other options to this, because there are many cellists, many cellos which sounds fantastic with Larsen. And we know this, yeah. And it's fantastic for the player because it's the color they need. But many others want another, how to say, possibility to express themselves. And that's why I work on this here and try to help. What would you like to change? Do you want to make it warmer? Do you want to make it more brilliant? Let's say, who wants to make it more warmer? Nobody. Ouch. Okay. What person?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very warm. I think the sound.
I'm asking. I just want to give you options, yeah? Because I can make it really warm. I can do it in all directions. I can make it louder also, more direct.
I think that the D string, A string balance maybe
is no balance in the moment. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
somehow easing it in the middle and pushing a little bit the A string so that we get that tenor, this Pavarotti's
Yes,
sound.
that's what I also
I think
would like.
Yeah.
Yes, and also the C string I think could be more or somehow deeper but brighter, you know.
Brighter, okay.
Brighter, but
okay.
you know, also more depth, more range, maybe more resonance.
Okay.
I feel it's a bit soft.
Yes, this is too white.
Yeah.
Yes, white, and it doesn't have brilliance. A little bit. It's a little bit boring sound at the moment.
Yeah.
That's true. No, not the cello string.
There's a hybrid bridge.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Hybrid bridge. So that I think it gives the C string because the legs are quite like this.
Yes,
so you need a bit of punch.
That's true. I will make a mix here on this instrument. I want to give a much more, how to say, direct C string, which still has enough of warmth. We need warmth. It cannot be too cool, but it's still more brilliant compared to this. Peter Infeld, yeah. And the G string, I will go with the rondo. D string, I still think the eccentric would be something more shiny. And for the A string, I would go with the rondo XP. Yeah, so it's this kind of mix, which I believe could be good. So, one.
So can I explain something about this cello? Because Davide, of course, maybe Davide come here because I mean, why do we speak without you? I mean, Davide is a special man. We should have him in Helsinki all the time. Just put him in a prison and not let him go to Italy. And because this cello, I start to call this forma D because Davide is D.
Yes.
And because Stradivarius finished his life with the forma B, but then very end he did a few cellos with another model, more broad and shorter.
And shorter, like the measure of the Guarneri, because in that time, yes, Stradivari was a little too long because they used for basso continuo with longer string. For soloist is necessary one more short strings for the ends. But if you put the short strings in one long instrument like Stradivari is not a one good idea for the sound. So it's better to use shorter instrument like 74 and a half. I like to use this kind of length. And I meet in my workshop, I was very, very lucky to meet in my workshop this Guadagnini with the belly in 3 pieces of wood. And I try to understand why one person like Guadagnini, yes, Storioni make, but Storioni in another period, but why Guadagnini make the belly with 3 pieces of wood? And I start to think why this instrument and the forma D is in 3 pieces of wood, the belly, with the central piece is not craving up the wood, but it's piegato. I don't know in English, piegato.
Yeah, I mean you can. It's a technical word like you can use in a violin making, or something.
Piegato. Yes, it's not straining up. So it's different. And this particular wood in this cello is it's maple, it's Balkan maple, but very soft. The back is really soft and really strange. You can see this part. It's quite black because I think someone left this piece of wood in the bush for a long time.
In the forest.
In the forest, yes, in the forest for a long time.
Yes.
And it's like fermentato. It's like wine.
And then one thing that Davide was explaining me, he's so modest that he doesn't want to say, but he was trying to imagine what Stradivarius would do if he lived longer, because he finished with these little bit shorter cellos, and his son Omobomo made that one cello that I know very well, that is larger. It's very close to this model, and it was Attila decided to combine the good quality in gofriller
Yes, I
and
mixed.
and
I put the better cello I made in my experience in one mini beamer and make this format. Yes, this format D.
yeah,
Yes. And it can work.
it works amazing because this model I played with orchestra recently on my Forma D,
Yes.
and when you go to like a big theater and orchestra and everything, it sounds really
But
good.
your format D is in Campestre.
Yeah, I said a different wood, yeah.
In maple, but from Tuscany.
Yeah.
This maple is from Balkan. I have just
But
another.
it's a model that suits a lot of people. Maybe for some people it is big, but for me no.
For some people it's big, but
Does it
make
feel
the
big
story
for you?
wonderful.
Luka?
It's bigger than the Guarneri,
Yeah.
but I don't mind it at all.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it
feel
feels
big.
like somehow light on its feet.
Yeah.
It's not one of those cellos that is like driving a minivan or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, 7-seater.
Exactly. No,
This is
it's
more
not.
like a sports car still.
Yes, it definitely is. It's strong.
Now the response is another response you can hear from the pizzicato.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah. Yeah. And this is amazing.
Do you like it?
I think look at this. There's a person who is alive and working and makes cello like this. This was always my dream when I was a young person to meet one day this kind of person. And I mean, Attila just found a bow maker in China.
Yes,
23 years old, amazing genius. I tried it, the bow is mind-boggling. Yeah, and you have to keep your eyes open. And it's not always so desperate that you have to pay millions of euros to have a good cello. But the knowledge is money.
I'm here for the next 2 days, so if you like to improve, yeah, the setup, if you have any challenges, yeah, because of warp tones, of wet response, of too dark, whatever, yeah, I'm here with strings to support you. And this is it's a mission, but it's also a passion of me. And I'm so happy when I see young musicians when I can help them, yeah, because it's not only the sound. You notice we have a tool which is suddenly like a car going much more flexible. It should be inspiration. It should be make you more sensitive to what we can do. Now it's very simple. Normally when I work one-to-one, I explain, look what happens when the player gives more weight, yeah? What happens with the sound? How huge is the difference? Do we need this? For what kind of cello? What kind of player we need this? With this, I can give you the right set for the future. But even when you don't play this set, even when you don't play our strings, you learn something. You learn something for the future, what an instrument, what a cello should be able to do. And what are the limits, yeah?
Yes, and then how to connect with Attila must be through Emilia, because she works for the Cellofest, she works for Tonica, she's a cellist. So if there is some person who wants something, but can you
Cello at the moment, sometimes maybe too hard, but it's
no.
fun.
You know, this kind of cello takes quite a lot of, you can use quite a lot of power and and it has a voice.
Yeah, yes. That is very important, the voice in the sound.
My experience, because I always played modern cellos too. I was not a person who doesn't like modern cellos. But sometimes the frustration was that I tried them, and I tried them in big hall and compared, and it sounded so good. And then comes a concert, and you feel totally different because you need to communicate something, your emotions, in this very moment, and then they felt very limited. I couldn't go this way like all cellos always go with you. But this kind of cello, suddenly double cello, in this moment can be your friend, and sometimes when you're nervous, it can take that adrenaline in the cello and you feel comfortable. You know, if someone knows what I mean. Because, I mean, there are other modern cellos, good modern cellos, like there are also other good modern strings, but this is for me.
This is a soul, this is something really I love, because when I am on the fairs I have hundreds of contemporary instruments, expensive ones, but in your cello I find a soul. This is something what we find in the old instrument. Like you tell, it's a voice, yeah? Even when we are nervous, it's giving you the direction, it's leading you, and it's something very important, yeah? Especially on the stage, yeah? So. Yeah. Congratulations.
We should have actually Lucas Guarneri here, but it's already done, the setup and everything. So maybe you can play a few notes on mine, and then to finish it off, because there's one Lefebvre from 1760, and then there's this modern cello, and then another old cello from around 1700. So maybe you are a Guarneri fan, so. But this is great. This is fantastic. And the difference in this cello after the strings is mind-boggling, I think. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Luka, play some notes. I mean, also here Attila wants to do some change.
Infeld and the dominant pro C string. Dominant pro C, why? I want to reduce the tension on the C string, to give the upper strings a little bit more of generosity, something more projective even. It's for me still very, direct, yeah? A little bit more of some smoothness, some roundness on the A string wouldn't be bad. Maybe we have to switch for another D string because the D of Peter Infeld is very deep, yeah? Maybe that color could be slightly too dark. We can see. Rondo for this cello, no, yeah? It's too stiff. It will kill it, yeah? So, evoke could be, with the new A string, evoke could be an option, but the lower strings would be too round. And I believe that the A string, it really enhances again this little bit too much directness for me. I want to have both brilliance, but still something elegant. Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. That's true. Very often, it's very funny. I had a situation where each instrument was extremely dull. Really dull. So, famous instruments. I was in the shop of Julie Reeds in March, and she showed me a very nice, was at the store, I think, and the other was, some other French maker. And both instruments sounded like nothing. I was shocked because there was really no sound. And I changed only one single string, yeah? The G string, not the C string, the G string, dominant pro, which is extremely low tension. The instrument was like 30–50% more sound. And she couldn't believe it. I was also surprised. It's possible with one string, with one single string, to make an instrument sound completely different. You don't trust, okay. Okay. I know it's like a story, but when you experience it once, yeah, you feel, wow, it's really something is happening. So, more and more strings. You know, after a whole day of work, I'm like Christmas, yeah. So.
So you start with the A.
Yes. Yeah. When I don't tune an instrument, but very often when I work one-to-one, I choose a single string to make the player understand what is his instrument working. How are the archings? I'm discussing these old things because I want to make you understand. I also work as a violin maker, but only setups. I work for violin makers, so I have the basics for this knowledge. Yeah, and with this you can, for the future, still more easily choose the right setup, the right string, maybe also the right bow. Yeah, because you know how the system works.
Can we just change the A string first and try?
We can also do it, yes.
Yeah, because
yes.
I
Okay, of course. But the D string here. Yes, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah.
It's not a new evoke that you gave me.
I just controlled because I wanted to understand. Yeah. No. When I say yes, then I have to check first, because the system are the most important thing here. How each string interact with the other one. But in this connex, I need a C string.
Special Yarga that Lassi gave to me, the A string, which is good, I think, in many ways. I don't have anything against it.
To make this more shiny, I would like only to change the C string, at least only the C string. It's okay? Yeah?
But can we?
Like we can, of course.
Because I'm curious. Because this instrument is very sensitive to changing.
The C is killing the system. Okay, let's try. DHL? DHL? Next time DHL? FedEx? I can send to you.
Yeah, but you are a busy man, so there's not always a time.
I will find time for you. Don't worry. I will keep the D string. Actually, I like
I think sometimes in all these instruments like this, something like
yes.
low tension and
Yes, very right. Yes.
So this is dominant pro.
The G is Peter Infeld, C is dominant pro. We can change for the G, but I have to see first. I have to listen first. I cannot tell it now.
This is Peter Infeld.
Now G Peter Infeld, yes.
Okay.
And now go for the lower tension C string.
These three cellos are very different, like representing different type of cello. This is darker sound, Italian, and very mellow and powerful. Lefebvre is very bright.
Yes, very bright, yes.
This is a modern cello. So,
But you notice, even the cello is bright, we cannot often work against this brightness because we will lose the character. We have to add something else, yeah? We have maybe to change a little bit the colors, yeah? But we shouldn't go against, yeah? This is something very important. Okay.
it feels very free in the up.
Yes, it should be. This is the idea. This idea.
After the dominant pro,
Yes.
it feels the
Yes,
upper,
yes,
upper
yeah.
half feels more free.
Go first.
It feels very free. Can you play this bow? Because I bought it yesterday. So just to get an idea.
It feels really nice. It's not too light, but it's very easy to control. It's also not too heavy.
Yeah, and it has also this big frog, like old French poses, similar kind of frog.
Yeah. There's just barely anything.
Yeah, very small one.
Yeah.
It's
very nice.
For today, I would say thank you, because I'm tired, and I believed we are more efficient if I work tomorrow with you. I don't know how to coordinate. Maybe Emilia. Please contact Emilia, and tomorrow I will start. I think at 2 till evening. Yeah, and
in Tonika shop. I think.
In Tonika shop, yes. Yeah, and after tomorrow from 11 till 7. So look very much forward to seeing you. Hopefully, if you want to have any inspirations.
Yeah, thank you. Maybe. It's amazing to have you here, and because I mean, Finland is not a place that is totally empty of cello culture. You know this, and there are some interesting instruments here. Just privately, before we go away, I would like you to see one instrument.
Okay.
Lassi, take your cello, because it's unique instrument. It's a first period Gahn, when he still had a Luka varnish, unplayed instrument that was first in the shop of Gahn, then in Gahn and Bernardel, then Carré Saint-Français, then came to Émile Francais and Jacques Francais. And when Émile Francais died in America, somehow the cello came to Paris for sale, and I wanted to buy it because it was unique. It was never played, but then I thought that I have too many cellos. So Lassi Viljanen from Radio Orchestra, wonderful cellist and a great enthusiast of cellos, bought it, and this is like you see the Luka varnish, the oil varnish, and it's like new. There's no one crack on this cello, and Lassi is a person that I have had great pleasure to work with. Also, like making the best out of the cello. It's very important to have these people because I mean the work of the cellist without people like Lassi and Attila and David is desperate. Look at this cello.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah, maybe
If you want to play tomorrow, for today I think I will stop because I think it's
yeah, today we're not gonna change the strings, but
have to do it with you. Yes, we will find enough time to play.
Luka playing some notes because this is a special stuff. Can you look at it? And in the concert on Wednesday and Thursday, Luka will play the new Davide Coetzee podium in the big hall of, like every cellist who's playing in the Bach cycle is also using in Audi Davide's podium. It's also something totally new. This is a French cello of 1825, I believe. So it's another but it's very similar,
Wow.
and it's there's no one crack on this cello. And the oil varnish, you can see that
Yeah.
the Lupo varnish.
It's fantastic.
I mean, Paris, they know about this cello. They go lyrical about this cello when they hear about this or see this. This is a national treasury of French cello school. It's one of the greatest French cellos, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then tomorrow maybe Lassi, you can. I mean, I know Lassi has some ideas about how it should be, but Attila, I think you
Support.
You can add some.
Give you my ideas. I want to together to find a good option.
Great.
Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Is Emilia still here? So, does everyone have her contact number?
Yeah.
Can you right away start connecting with her? Because I think it's better sooner than later. Because there's limited time. Maybe it would be perfect to have, let's say, half an hour per
I
person.
think half an hour is okay. I told about 20 people I can work with, so 20, and I have more strings, but we have to see, yeah?
Yes. Hi. Amelia. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, because
The Muppet Show.
it's sure that there is no confusion. Emilia. Yeah, we are here. If you should have. So,
Yes, okay. But let's
people will be
after this.
asking
And
you
that's
about the time. Tomorrow after.
Slots, I can send them the link, whoever wants to.
Yeah. Yeah, link. And then half an hour slot. And in Tonica shop. They not need to be in Tonica shop.
Let's say
Yeah.
1:30.
1:30 tomorrow start. No, 1:30.
Because then we have more time.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday start at 11.
Yes, 11
Good.
to 6.
Okay, to 6.
I have a rehearsal, sorry, I had to leave.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Emilia. Bye bye.
Okay.
There's a lot of things here.
Great to listen to you. I will take just the student side, we wait people leave, and then
Oh my God.
nice. It's incredible. And my Pasztor loves this string. Yeah, my Pasztor is on the dark side. Yeah. On the dark side.
So the colors look nice.
It's very
Yeah,
And they evoke.
yes. It works. Yeah.
It works.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Because
This is
and this eccentric string, you think it's
Extended
very
it would be even more direct. I think now it's very
balanced.
too much. Yeah, it could be a little bit too much, I think. Then I have to change the A string again.
Okay.
See you hopefully these days. Bye bye. Ciao.
Great.
This is a great book.
What do you think?
I really like it.
I mean, it's crazy. You just go to a shop and you find a ball like this, just by accident. Then you just